Hey there guys, we're back with more Legion Beta funsies. We have 2 more classes to go through, and that's including the the Warlock. And I went old school, man. This is Slaughtered Lamb underneath the Slaughtered Lamb, so you know. Yeah, let's look at a Warlock. Alright, no, don't go over to the mage. Damn it. You messed. I had you all set up perfectly. And now I gotta fix you. No, okay. That. There. Bad mage. Bad. Alright. F1. Alright. Told you she was an evil mage. Anyways. Warlocks have 3 specs, just like pretty much all the other classes, except for Demon Hunter and Druid. And those 2 balance each other out anyways. They're all damage too, because they're just like a mage, and Hunter and Rogue, all they do is damage. All they do is win, dabba doobie doobie. That's all I know in that song. Anyways, so we're going to start from the top of the affliction, move ourselves down, make our way down, whatever. So primary stat is intellect, a master of shadow magic who specializes in drains and damage over time spells, so dots. Corruption, unstable affliction, seed of corruption, agony, drain life, and summon fell hunter. Let's see the fun. So level 15 we have haunt. A ghostly soul haunts the target, dealing X shadow damage. If the target dies within 15 seconds, haunt's cooldown is reset. Writhe and agony. Agony's damage may now ramp up twice as high. Drain Soul replaces Drain Life. Drains the target's soul, causing X shadow damage over 4.6 seconds, and healing you for 100% of the damage done. It generates 1 soul shard if the target dies during this effect. So your soul shards are up here. I remember they used to be in your bag. You had to carry them. Much like poison and arrows and ammo. Anyways, moving on. Level 30, we have Contagion. Unstable affliction also increases all damage you deal to the target by 15%. Absolute corruption. Corruption is now permanent and deals 25% increased damage. Duration reduced to 60 seconds against players. Mana Tap. Consume 40% of your current mana to generate 10% increased damage for 20 seconds. Sounds very, very similar to another spell that I think mages had. It was Mana Tap. Or maybe I'm just thinking of Magic Gathering. I don't know. Level 45, we have Demon Skin. Your Soul Leech absorption now passively recharges at a rate of 1% of maximum health every 1 second, and may now absorb up to 20% of maximum health. Mortal Coil horrifies an enemy target into fleeing, incapacitating for 3 seconds, and healing you for 11% of maximum health. Howl of Terror. Let loose a terrifying howl, causing 5 enemies within 10 yards to flee in fear, disorienting them for 20 seconds. Damage may cancel the effect. Level 60, we have Siphon Life. Siphons the target's life essence, dealing X damage over 15 seconds, and healing you for 100% of the damage it deals. Sow the Seed. Seed of Corruption will now consume a soul shard, if available, to embed a demon seed in 4 additional nearby enemies. Soul Harvest increases your damage and your pet's damage by 20%. It lasts 10 seconds, increased by 2 seconds for each target afflicted by your agony, up to a maximum of 30 seconds. Demonic Circle summons a demonic circle for 6 minutes, allowing you to cast it again to teleport to its location and remove all movement slowing effects. Limit 1. Burning Rush increases your movement speed by 50%, but also damages you for 4% of your health, your maximum health every 1 second. Movement impairing effects may not reduce you below 100% of normal movement speed and last until canceled, or you die. Which is canceling it. See? See? You either let it run by running, or you let it cancel because it kills you. Yeah. Alright. Dark Pact sacrifices 20% of your demon's current health to shield you for 400% of the sacrifice health for 20 seconds. If you have no demon, your health is sacrificed instead. Usable while suffering from control impairing effects. Level 90, we have Grimoire of Supremacy. You're able to maintain control over even greater demons indefinitely, allowing you to summon a Doomguard or Infernal as a permanent pet. Grimoire of Service summons a second demon which fights for you for 25 seconds and deals 100% increased damage. 1.5 minute cooldown. The demon will immediately use one of its special abilities when summoned. So Grimoire Imp cleanses one harmful magic effect from you. Voidwalker taunts its target. Succubus seduces its target. And Fellhunter interrupts its target. Grimoire of Sacrifice. Sacrifice your demon to gain demonic power, causing your spells to sometimes also deal X shadow damage to the target and other enemies within 8 yards. Lasts 1 hour or until you summon a demon. And last but not least, at level 100, we have Soul Effigy. Creates a Soul Effigy bound to the target, which is attackable only by you. 50% of all damage taken by the effigy is duplicated on the original target. Limit 1, and it lasts 10 minutes. Phantom Singularity. Places a Phantom Singularity above the target, which consumes the life of all enemies within 25 yards, dealing X damage over 12.2 seconds, healing you for 30% of the damage done. And Soul Conduit. Every soul shard you spend has a 20% chance to be refunded. So there's Affliction. Let's move on to Demonology. Now, Demonology has changed greatly, mainly because you had that ability to turn into a demon. Well, that now went to the Demon Hunter, so we got to change this up a little bit. So your primary stat is Intellect. Demonology is a master of demons who compels demonic powers to aid them. Shadow Bolt, Hand of Gul'dan, Demonic Empowerment, Doom, Call Dreadstalkers, and Summon Felguard. So, let's see what's the same. Let's see what's not. Level 15, we have Shadowy Inspiration. Demonic Empowerment also causes your next Shadow Bolt to be instant. Shadow Flame lobs a ball of Shadow Flame at the target, dealing X Shadow Flame damage immediately, and another Y Shadow Flame damage over 8 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. And Demonic Calling. Shadow Bolt has a 20% chance to make your next call Dreadstalkers. Cost no soul shards. Impending Doom! Doom also summons one Wild Imp when it deals damage. Improved Dreadstalkers. Called Dreadstalkers now also summons 2 Wild Imps. And Implosion. Demonic forces suck all of your Wild Imps toward the target, and then causes them to violently explode, dealing X Shadow Flame damage to all enemies within 8 yards. Demon Skin and Mortal Coil we have seen, but Shadow Fury stuns all enemies within 8 yards for 4 seconds. Hand of Doom! Hand of Gul'dan now also applies Doom to all enemies it hits. Power Trip, Demonic Empowerment, has a 50% chance to generate 1 Soul Shard when used in combat. And Soul Harvest increases your damage and your pet's damage by 20%. Lasts 10 seconds, increased by 2 seconds for each target afflicted by your doom, up to a maximum of 30 seconds. So we've seen that. Demonic Circle we have seen. Burning Rush we have seen. And Dark Pact we have seen. Grimoire of Supremacy and Service we have seen. But Grimoire of Synergy, damage done by you or your demon, has a chance to grant the other one 30% increased damage for 15 seconds. And moving on to level 100, Summon Dark Glare. Summons the Dark Glare for 12 seconds and it launches lasers. I almost said eyelashes. Eye lasers at all targets afflicted by your doom. Demon Bolt, it replaces Shadow Bolt. Draws energy from your demons and launches a ball of demonic energy at the target, dealing X chaos damage. Damage increased 20% for each demon you have active. And Soul Conduit we have seen as well. So there's Demonology. We got Shadow Bolts. Better than the Wonder Bolts. Yeah, I know. I had to go there. So Destro Warlock. Or Destruction. Primary set is Intellect. Surprise! A Master of Chaos who calls down fire to burn and demolish enemies using Immolate, Chaos Bolt, Havoc, Conflagrate, Incinerate, and Summon Imp. So let's see what we got. Backdraft at level 15, casting Conflagrate reduces the cast time of Incinerate and Chaos Bolt by 30% for 5 seconds. Roaring Blaze. Conflagrate increases your remaining Immolate damage on the target by 50% until Immolate expires or is refreshed. And Shadow Burn. Blasts a target for X shadow damage. Generates 2 soul shards if the target dies within 5 seconds. Reverse Entropy. Reduces the cast time of Chaos Bolt and Rain of Fire by 0.5 seconds, and they restore 35% of your maximum mana. Cataclysm. You summon Deathwing. Conjures a Cataclysm at the target location, dealing X Shadow Flame damage to all enemies within 8 yards, and afflicting them with Immolate. Mana Tap we have seen. Demon Skin, Mortal Coil, and Shadow Fury we have seen. Eradication at level 60. Chaos Bolt increases the damage you deal to the target by 12% for 6 seconds. Fire and Brimstone. Incinerate now hits all enemies near your target. And Soul Harvest we have seen. Demonic Circle, Burning Rush, Dark Pact we have seen. Grim Roar of Supremacy and Service we have seen, as well as Sacrifice. So, unfortunately, from the looks of it, Warlock doesn't have a whole lot of difference between the specs. I'm hoping that Blizzard, this isn't the end. I may come back and when they say, hey, this is when the thing is going to end because it's about to come out, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to try and do a final talent preview for all of them. It's going to be a long day. 12 things, and it'll take about 20 minutes. 3 an hour, it takes 4 hours to do. Fun times. Anyways, let's move on. Soul Conduit we have seen, but let's look at the last 2. For level 100, we have Wreak Havoc. Havoc now lasts 20 seconds and has no cooldown. And Channel Demon Fire. Launches 15 bolts of Fellfire over 2.3 seconds at random targets afflicted by your Immolate within 40 yards. Each bolt deals X fire damage. So hopefully they go back and they look at some of these classes that use a lot of carryover. The talents that are there, they're not like, ooh, look, it's. I'm just hoping that this doesn't become something where it's like, well, we just didn't really have anything else that we could do for the class. When other classes like, oh my god, there's only 3 things that are the same, whereas this, as we can see, is just like, okay, I skipped 1 full line, 2 full lines, 2/3 of a line. I can say I skipped at least 3 1/3 lines for Destro. That I shouldn't be doing that. 1 maybe, but not all that. Anyways, guys, that's it for the Warlock. We only have 1 more left to go. So sit tight. Everything else, it's going to come soon.